Hi, my name is Samad Griffin, and today we're going to learn how to make one of my favorite meals, salmon cakes. Depending on what region you're from, they're called salmon cakes, salmon patties, or salmon croquet. The basic ingredients are pretty much the same across the board. We're going to go over that right now. Of course, since you're making salmon, you need salmon. You could use a fillet, but most recipes call for a can. I have a can of Kedison. I use pink salmon as well, and sometimes, as I said before, I use a fillet and flake it. When you're using the can, you want to make sure you drain it because you don't want too much juice in your mixture. Another one of the traditional ingredients, eggs. I use two. Some people use one. Just depends on how well you want all the ingredients to stick together. This adds with the third ingredient. It seems to be pretty consistent across the board, as a binding agent combined with eggs is breadcrumbs and or flour or cornmeal. Combined with the eggs and the other ingredients, this allows everything to congeal together and stick together. That's what you want. Of course, some people don't use this. I've seen recipes online, and there are thousands of them that don't require this. But me, I like a little firmer patty in case I want to put it on some bread or eat it with any meal, which these are great with, whether it be breakfast, lunch, or dinner. But you need breadcrumbs, at least with my recipe, in order to make everything stick together. This is also part of the traditional recipe, onion. Pretty much across the board, everybody sticks an onion. I usually stick half and sprinkle a little onion powder on the inside. Onions can be very overpowering, and you don't want the house smelling like onion. Completely understandable, especially if you're already cooking fish. So I usually half, but usually a whole small onion, maybe a couple of tablespoons of onion powder usually does the trick. There are other recipes that require lemon juice. Gives a little bit of zest, a little bit of tang. I personally like the zest, which you achieve. You get a bit more lemon flavor from scraping the skin, which you can use with a potato peeler. That's what I also place into the mixture. A lovely lady by the name of Olivia on allrecipes.com. She was kind enough to share her recipe, and she uses about a half a cup of lemon juice. But I like the zest. Other recipes call for green pepper and possibly a little bit of red pepper. Rachel Ray on foodnetwork.com, she uses red pepper. Most of them call for half or whole. I usually do a whole red pepper, a whole pepper. Half of a green, half of a red. Adds a little bit more color, a little bit more flavor. Good stuff. Oh yeah, word to the wise. When you get the eggs, you make sure you want to beat them. If I didn't already say that, make sure you want to beat the eggs before you add them to the mixture. Once you flake the salmon, you dice up your vegetables. You add your binding agent, flour, breadcrumbs, cracker crumbs, as Rachel Ray uses, and or cornmeal. This is what you should have. This mixture here. Can you see it? All right. Once you get that mixture good mix, you put it in the refrigerator, somewhere chill. You could even put it in the freezer, depending on how cold you have your setting, for 30 minutes. It allows all the ingredients to congeal. Now, there's some people that use mayonnaise. A lady by the name of Derry Donovan, her recipe for southern fried salmon patties is located on food.com. She uses mayonnaise. Rachel Ray also calls for mayonnaise as her binding agent. I actually use a bit of powdered ranch dressing to combine with all the other elements together. While you have this cooking, or rather while you have this sitting in the refrigerator chilling, you get you a pan. Some people use butter. Olivia, she uses 2 tablespoons of butter as her medium to fry her patties. Rachel Ray uses vegetable oil, canola oil. I prefer olive oil. Just gives it a bit more flavor, and it doesn't seem to cook off and smell as awful. So you allow that to get warm. I do the old test. You get your fingertips wet. You sprinkle a little bit of water. If it pops, it's ready. After 30 minutes, take these out, form them into a patty by simply clapping your hands together like this and place them in the hot oil. After about 8 minutes, 5 to 8, you want to flip the patty, allow the other side to cook. And once that's done, you put them on a plate, you allow them to drain. I use a paper towel on my plate to allow my patties to drain. Some people have drainers or strainers, whatever the case. When you let the air hit it, it cooks while it's sitting there and it gets crispy and delicious. You want it golden brown when you take it out. And if it's a little bit dark, that's okay, depending on the ingredients. I also add a little bit of Cajun in mine, and it has some blackening seasoning in it, so mine tend to be a little bit darker. And this is the end product that you get. I have served mine, as you can see, 3 patties here, with some fried rice and some spinach, sauteed spinach, garnished with a little bit of bay leaf. This is awesome. Trust me, learn this recipe. You'll never go hungry, and you'll always have friends. This is Samar Griffin signing off. I'm going to eat my salmon patties. Thank you and enjoy.